In this video, I will be covering the different types of biases. As mentioned earlier in the notes, CPI measures price changes only if the types and quantities of goods in the market basket remain relatively constant. Because of this, there is an accuracy trade-off involved. Keeping the basket fixed accurately isolates price changes from behavior changes. However, when people's behavior and preferences have changed, keeping the basket fixed also means that it will no longer accurately represent the consumption of a typical household. Substitution bias is the idea that people switch between similar goods and services when relative prices shift. The following are examples from the McGraw-Hill book. If the price of carrots goes up by 25% while the price of other vegetables increases by a smaller amount, people will tend to buy fewer carrots and more other vegetables. As the price of going out to movies goes up and the price of streaming goes down, people will tend to watch more movies at home and fewer movies at the movie theater. If the market basket doesn't reflect the fact that people will buy less of particular goods as they get more expensive, it will overstate the actual changes in the cost of living. Innovation bias. As new goods and services become available, people change what they want to consume. For example, when CPI was first calculated during World War I, it did not include refrigerators, washing machines, telephones, computers, and many other goods that almost all households purchase today. Some things hadn't been invented yet, and others existed but hadn't made it into the general consumer market yet. Adding these into the market basket gives a better representation of the cost of living. Quality bias. Similar to innovation bias, quality bias refers to products becoming more efficient and reliable. For example, cars are much more safe, reliable, and offer more features than they did in the 1950s. Because of this, the car is actually worth more because of an increase in quality, not only due to inflation. Another example is how an iMac from 1998 costs about the same as an iMac today. In reality, the iMac from 1998 was much more limited in both screen resolution and computing power, so without the hedonic price adjustment, it would appear that people buying computers are as well off as 2 decades ago. But in reality, they are getting much more for their money. Outlet bias. Outlet bias occurs because discount stores like Sam's Club and Walmart tend to sell goods at prices lower than department stores. Outlet bias will overstate inflation because people can buy things cheaper than otherwise thought. The Bureau of Labor Statistics. The BLS occasionally updates the market basket in order to account for both substitution and new products and the other biases mentioned in this video. Although these updates undermine the idea of comparing a constant basket of goods and services, the aim is to capture the cost of achieving a certain standard of living.